All right, number 20. Which of the following could be the graph of the number of calories from fat in crunchy grain cereal as a function of the number of 3/4 cup servings of the cereal? Okay, so if we go back up here, we for this question, we want to know which graph represent for each 3/4 cup of the cereal, right? Represent the y value represent the calories from fat. Okay, so we go back up to the original question here. It says if we have a serving of the country grain cereal is 3/4 cup, and each 3/4 cup provides 210 calories, and 50 of which are calories from fat. So pretty much for each 3/4 cup of calorie, you have 50, 3/4 cup of cereal, we have 50 calories from fat. Okay, that's what we know there. So this should give us a linear equation if you graph, right? Because for each 3/4 cup is 50 calories from fat, right? So it's a constant increase, right? For each additional serving, what we get 50 more calories. Okay, so it should be a straight line. And we know as the number of serving increases, what happened to the calories, right? It had to increase, right? And it makes sense, right? The more cereals we're eating, the more calories we're getting, right? So the number of calories have to increase as the number of servings increase. So it should be a positive slope for the line, right? So it's not going to be D, okay? So that's the case, then no matter how much we eat, right, it's the same amount of calorie, that doesn't make sense, right? And then it's not going to be C because this here decreases now, right? So calories have to increase. The more servings have you have, the total amount of calorie increases. So we're between A or B here, right? But is it A or B? Okay, so we don't have any numbers to check. We just have to look at from the shape of the graph, right? We can't really tell the difference between the slope. So the key difference here between these graphs is the starting point. You see, for graph A, we're starting at 0, okay, 0, 0. Whereas graph B, we're starting at a higher spot. We don't know what the number is, but it's not 0. Okay, so which one makes sense, right? So if you think about this, at the origin here, the number of servings have to be 0 as well. So the x value here is also 0, right? So if the x value is 0, then that means we have no servings, right? No cereal, right? If we're not having any cereals here, what's the total amount of calories? It had to be 0 as well, right? If there is no cereal, then there is no calorie. Okay, so then we should start from 0, 0. That makes sense from our real life scenarios here like this, right? When we have no cereal, the starting point should be 0, okay, and not something higher, right? So yeah, so we shouldn't have a y-intercept other than 0. Okay, so it's not B. So that means for number 20, our answer should be A.